Yo, what's good, everybody? I'm your boy Jadiro, and this is my dual blades guide for Monster Hunter Wilds. Let's get right into it with the basic combos. In Monster Hunter Wilds, we have three different modes here. We have normal mode for dual blades, then we have demon mode, and then we have archdemon mode. And what I'll do is I'll put a translator or some sort of code where it shows you the difference between PS5 and Xbox controls. And I'll do that for my future videos as well. So let's get over that long intro and get into the basic combos finally. And our first basic combo is triangle, 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 or YYY on Xbox. And we do triple Y or triple triangle, we get our first combo here. Double slash into circle slash. Pretty simple. Now our next basic combo is circle or B. And we do that twice to get lunging strike and round slash. Perfect. Now we can also combine our basic combo into our second basic combo. So we can hit triangle, triangle, triangle. And then follow up with lunging strike into round slash. Beautiful. Okay, so that's it for the basic combos. Let's move into the demon mode combos next. So once we're in demon mode, you'll see that we glow red. That's how you know you're in demon mode. And you'll also notice in the top left corner, our stamina bar is draining quite quickly. I'm just going to sharpen up our blade here. We're going back into demon mode, and we're going to do our first combo, which is triple triangle into triangle circle, or Y and B. Beautiful. Now you'll also notice below the sharpness of our weapon and the stamina bar, there's an additional bar, which is our dual blade power gauge. And when we're in demon mode and we're doing our basic attacks, like triple triangle, you'll see that it fills up. Beautiful. Now we can also spam circle, or we could spam B as well to do another combo. Beautiful. And now once we're in demon mode, we can do our basic demon mode combo, which is triple triangle or triple Y, into triangle circle or Y and B. And we can follow it up 3 times. Boom. Big blade dance damage. Now while our dual blade gauge is full, we can hit R2 again, and then we go into archdemon mode. And you can tell you're in archdemon mode because your blades glow white. Now while in archdemon mode, we can do our triple triangle or triple Y combo as well. Perfect. And then we can follow up with triangle circle or YB as well. And we can do that twice in a row. Beautiful. But we only have archdemon mode as long as our dual blade gauge is full. So what we want to do is utilize this gauge to do as much damage as possible. Awesome. Now to do our big damage combo in archdemon mode, we're going to do triple triangle into triangle circle or Y and B. And we're going to follow that up with a triple R2 or right bumper. And the combo looks like this. Beauty. And those are some of the basic combos for dual blades. I'll go over some more advanced tips in just a second, but dual blades is easily the most user-friendly weapon in Monster Hunter Wilds. So if you're new to Monster Hunter Wilds, I highly suggest you pick up dual blades. It's easy mode. Now next, let's move on to some advanced combos. Now for this advanced combo, we're going to go into demon mode, which I call sicko mode, because you're doing the most damage and you're attacking the fastest. You're basically a speed demon. You're just doing incredible amounts of damage very quickly. You're putting your enemy monster into a blender, pretty much. Now one thing I want you to notice between archdemon mode and demon mode is that your stamina gauge drains when you're in demon mode, and then your dual blade gauge drains when you're in archdemon mode. Pretty simple. Now, an optimal way to do combos is to balance those resources between each other and switching between each mode, and I'll show you how. So when we're doing our demon mode combo, which is our triple triangle into Y and B, we could do Y and B twice, and if we do it twice, and then we do R2, we switch into archdemon mode without having to proc the animation like this to put us into the next mode. So to show you again, we can do our combo. And then we proc our second blade dance, and then we hit R2, and we're in archdemon mode. Now we can follow up with the same combo. And at the end of Demon Flurry 3, which is Blade Dance 3, we're back into demon mode. So we can ultimately rotate between these two modes as long as we can manage our stamina gauge and our dual blade gauge. So to reiterate, once we go into sicko mode here, we do our combo. We're looking for that second blade dance to pop before we hit R2. There we go. Now we're in archdemon mode. Third blade dance puts us back into demon mode. And then we rinse, repeat. And as long as we have resource, we can keep going. Amazing. Now, albeit this looks a lot easier in practice, of course, hitting a non-moving target than it does in the actual game. And the best time to be in demon mode or archdemon mode is especially when the monster's down or stunned. And once the monster's down or stunned, definitely go into demon mode and just start to pop off. So now the next thing I want to talk about here is your focus mode. This is where we do focus strikes, and this is also when you see that little crosshair come up on the screen, that means you're in focus mode. Now this is something you might want to change in the options. It definitely gives you the freedom of not having to hold down L2 or left trigger while you're fighting. And I'll show you how to do it just now. Simply hit start, go to the gears, which is your options or your settings, then go to options, then go over to controls, and then go over to the second page where it says melee weapons. Now you have the option to have focus mode activated by holding down L2, or you can toggle it with L2. Now what that does is simply by hitting L2, it leaves us in toggle mode without me having to hold it down. And this leaves us the freedom to perform any combos without having to stress about holding down L2 to be in focus mode. And another thing about being in focus mode while using the dual blades is you get extra movement. So now let's go into demon mode here. Let's get our dual blades gauge up. Perfect. Now I want to show you guys something here. Without toggle mode being on, let's say I do my blade dance combo. I'm going to stand in place and be the world's best glow sticker without moving forward very much. And this is a very common case with dual blades. You're kind of just swinging at the air, not hitting anything, and it's not proper. Now, when I'm in demon mode and I have focus mode toggled on and I do dual blades, you'll see that I at least move forward after the attack. I'm progressing towards the monster I'm fighting, which is a huge difference than just swinging at the air. I want you guys to know dual blades has the shortest range in the game, so being up close and on the monster at all times is your best case scenario. Now, speaking of focus mode, you can see that our target dummy here has a little bit of a wound on it. So when we're in focus mode, if we simply hit R1, or I'm not sure what it is on Xbox, but I'll translate that for you. When you hit R1, we do our cool spinny Beyblade attack. And this attack is super powerful. This will allow you to break parts and wound the monster. And every time you wound a monster in Monster Hunter Wilds, you get the materials needed to make armor and weapons. Now, I want to talk more about this when I show you guys some gameplay against the monster. Now, another thing here I want to talk about in demon mode is we have something called evade. It's not like our roll evade to get out of the way. It's more of a dash. And I'll talk more about this later in the gameplay section of this video. Now, another cool tip here, I don't know if it's worth mentioning, but we also can attack from our secret, which is our chocobo. We can run up to the monster, we can jump off with X, and then simply hit Y or triangle and do a jumping double slash. But we could also potentially mount the monster if we run up to the monster and hit Y and B. It's like a smaller Beyblade attack, but it's very useful. Alright guys, I think that's enough chit chat about the combos and how the dual blades work and everything I could give to you. Let's go into some gameplay next and fight the first monster in Monster Hunter Wilds. Alright guys, here we are, the Chatacabra, the Chupacabra's cousin. We're just going to show you what the dual blades does, and I'm going to try and demonstrate while in demon mode the perfect evade. Basically what happens is if we perfect evade while in demon mode, we turn blue, and every time that we evade, we get this cool little mini Beyblade attack. It's pretty sweet. I'll try and demonstrate it as best as possible, but let's get into this dual blade time. So we're going to pop right into demon mode off the hop, get that gauge filled up real quick if we can. Stamina's down, so we're back in normal mode. We'll follow up with our normal attacks. But as soon as I'm going to keep my eye on my stamina, so every time that my stamina is relatively full, I have to stop dodging so much. Every time it's relatively full, pop into demon mode. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to pop out of demon mode. We're going to go into archdemon mode. No, we're back in normal mode here. Here we go. Back into demon mode. Boom. We got a wound on his face, so we're going to use it with our focus mode attack. Here we go. Oh, we got him down. Perfect. Beautiful. Nice. There we go. See that glowing blue? So every time we evade now, we do this cool Beyblade attack. There we go. I perfect evaded. Thank God. Let's try and get the attack again. Definitely cool. It's crazy. This is a great attack. We knocked him over. So this is where I'm going to go into demon mode here. Transition into archdemon mode. Yep, we're in archdemon mode. There we go. Follow-up attack back into demon mode. Boom. Just getting wrecked, buddy. Pretty sweet. Doing pretty good so far. I mean, this is the first monster you ever fight. He's really the easiest, but either way, it's cool to see what the dual blades can do, man. Especially when they pop off, it's awesome. This mini blade attack is awesome. It gives us the ability to knock down the monster, right? And it does a crazy amount of damage. Here we are, ARCHDEMON mode. So I'm always constantly looking at my gauges, and I'm also looking at what mode I'm in. Sometimes I'm in normal mode, or if I'm in ARCHDEMON mode. Always want to look for those white blades to know that we're in ARCHDEMON mode for sure. All right, he's already hurting. Let's get on our chocobo, and we'll be back after these messages. Let's wait for him to stop. Another thing I talked about in the earlier was how you can jump off of the. You can jump off of your chocobo to do a flying attack to potentially mount a monster. Let's see if we can get it here. Nope, definitely not, but definitely shot us pretty far. Let's go back into focus mode here. Now we're focused. Here we go. It's going to start off some regular attacks. Let's go into sickle mode here. And boom. Pretty easy stuff, guys. Pretty easy stuff. Dual blades are awesome. Well, guys, that does it for my dual blades combo guide. I hope you enjoyed. Honestly, dual blades is simply the easiest to pick up. It's definitely the easiest to learn. It's definitely the most beginner-friendly weapon in Monster Hunter Wilds. So please let me know down in the comments if there's anything I can do differently or if there's anything you'd like to see more of. Or simply if you just like to see me show up in regular, normal gear and not show off some of these cool aesthetics that Monster Hunter Wilds brings to the table. Anyhow, that does it for me, guys. I'm your boy Jadiro. Sign up for now. Peace.